Hello, welcome back to A-Line Mag's YouTube channel. My name is Tori and I'm going to be showing you my everyday dewy makeup routine. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is moisturizer. So I am actually going to put on this Ultra Repair First Aid Beauty hydration cream. It's a little worn out because I use it literally every day. I love it so much. Okay, next thing I'm going to put on is my Super Goop Play SPF 50 sunscreen. Everyday sunscreen, helps with fine lines, wrinkles, aging, so why not start now? It's pretty raved. I want to try the, I think it's like the lightweight or dewy Super Goop SPF. I think it's 40. But I've had this sunscreen for so long and I love it so much. Use it every single day. All right, let's get into our base. Some foundation. I'm going to wet my beauty blender and then we'll get into foundation. I'm gonna take the Tom Ford Flawless Glow Foundation with SPF 30. So this is what it looks like. It's in the shade Cool Almond. So let's do that. Surprisingly, this does not give any flashback in photos, which I love. Squeeze it on there and then blend it out. I'm going to move on to contour and highlight. So I'm taking my 3 sticks Fenty Beauty contour sticks, taking the shade Mocha, and we're gonna just outline my face on where I want to enhance my features. I don't want to cover anything, I just want to enhance what I already have. I think that's super important to remember when you're doing your makeup, is to never follow exactly like someone else's makeup, because their face shape is definitely different than yours. So I would just focus on enhancing what you have. So just kind of going along the lines of my nose, forehead. I already have like a pretty small forehead, I guess you'd say average forehead, so I don't like to put too much on there, or else it'll make me look like super small face. So I just do a little bit, and I'm always gonna go up towards my hairline and up towards my cheekbone. I never want to push it down, because then it's going to just make your face go downward instead of it raising it up and kind of snatching it back. So same thing with your forehead. You always want to just push up towards your hairline instead of bringing it down. Being that I kind of already have a pretty average forehead, and I don't necessarily need to add contour into my forehead. I just like, if I'm going to add contour around the rest of my face, I kind of want my forehead to also be tanned. But you always want to push up towards your hairline so you don't make your face seem smaller than what it is. And then never forget your jawline. Same thing with this, you kind of just want to press down now, because you don't want to bring that darkness up to your face where your contour is, because we're going to add our highlight right there. Now let's move into, we're going to just conceal our friend and some other places, but we're not going to put this under our eyes just yet, because I want to highlight those areas. So here, and my pimples. Not at the moment. I'm just gonna dab that in. Get our nose area. Okay, now we're gonna do our highlighting. So I'm gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I think this is the shade Vanilla. It's a little too light for me, so I don't like to put a lot. And this we're just gonna kind of tap in place and then we're gonna pull it down. Also, comment down below on what you guys want to see from A-Line on our YouTube channel. It would really mean a lot to kind of get y'all's topics on what you want to see on the YouTube channel. I think it's super important to, you know, create content that people actually want to see instead of just kind of putting content out there to fill space. So please comment down below what you guys want to see from the A-Line YouTube channel. That would help us out a lot. Okay, now that we're nice and highlighted, we're gonna go in to powder. So I like to start with cream-based products first to still hold that dewiness. And then we're gonna go into powder. I wanna switch over to cream blush. I just have not done that yet. I just now started wearing blush. I used to not wear blush at all. So let me know what kind of good cream blushes are out there and I wanna try them out. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to use the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in the shade Medium. It depends on what I'm doing for the day. I typically, for an everyday, I don't like to fill in my eyebrows just because I have such thick eyebrows. I just like to fill in like the sparse areas, like up here and back here. I do want to try the soap, with that soap trend for your brows. It looks super pretty. And then I take a eyebrow brush and I just go through it, make sure that it's not clumpy in any areas. All right, now we can go into powder. So I'm going to take my Fit Me, what is this, loose finishing powder in the shade Fair Light. So this one's the lighter than my concealer, and I'm gonna show you what I do to make sure it's not completely just really pale on my face. So I'm just gonna take it and just dab it under my eyes, going up, following that same motion I did for my concealer, making sure that everything stays put. With that, I'm gonna just brush over my eyebrows, and then very lightly I take and I just put it right on the bottom of it. I don't like to do this all the time to kind of keep that dewiness under there and not highlight it too much because it's not really a glam look, it's just an everyday look. So I take very little. We can do, if we can actually take this, I don't do this every single day, but we can add a little more contour to our face. So I'm gonna take this butter bronzer and only add it like up here. Sometimes it goes on really harsh. So I then take a different brush. Same brush that I used for the loose finishing powder and just kind of pat that in. Now we're gonna go on to eyes. We're gonna come back to the face, but I like to kind of skip around. I don't really have a whole routine. I just do works best for me. So I'm gonna take this Madison Beer eyeshadow palette and I'm gonna take first this little shade here, a little tan shade, and just kind of put that in my crease. And I'm just gonna flick it outward to kind of bring my eyes up. And then I'm gonna just take a brown shade right here and put that same brush also in my crease, but just very lightly. See that? And then I just kind of blend it out with my finger on the edges. Then we're gonna take a smaller brush and go in with a kind of a pinkish color. Looks like this. And we're gonna go on the outside. So now we're gonna take just a clear white color and kind of put that down on the bottom, on the lid. Small dab with my ring finger and push this into a lighter shade and kind of get my inner corner. Just gonna dab that in there. And then we're going to get one of the rosier shades and put that on our brow bone. All right, now let's get into our eyeliner. But first, actually, since I do go out of order on my face to my eyes, I'm gonna take my blush and just dab that on the tops of my cheeks. So I'm using Girl Power Auto Balm. I'm just gonna take all these 4 colors and just mix them all up, especially with the highlight, so I can get that on the tops of my cheeks. I dab it on my thumb to make sure it's not too harsh, or I just pat it on top. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the eyes and we're gonna do some eyeliner. This little guy right here. And we're going to do the littlest line, just right. See where my eyes, when I look at you, it's going upwards. I'm gonna do the same thing to my mirror here, and I'm just gonna draw that same little line so it can mimic an eyelash and make it just look so much more full. And then I just bring it in to the pupil of my eye right here. A small little angled brush, just like this. And we're going to use this to smudge out anywhere that we messed up. We kind of messed up a little too much on this eye, so let me fix that. Just gonna push it out. And take this and push that out and smudge your liner in towards your eye. And I'm using a brown eyeliner to make sure that it's not too dark around my eyes. So then here it just kind of brings your eye just out. Then we're gonna take this same brush and we're just gonna dump into a brown and just kind of touch over any places that you want to be filled up. Okay, I'm back. I had to jump into class real fast. Let's finish out our makeup look. So I just did my eyeliner. Now I'm gonna go in with our highlight. So I'm gonna go back to our face. And I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of highlight. Okay, before I go into my eyelashes and finish out my makeup look, I'm gonna set my makeup with the Urban Decay All Nighter. Okay, now we're gonna go into curling our eyelashes. Taking my curler, and I'm also gonna take a lighter and we're going to just heat up our curler, and I'm gonna tell you why in just a sec. Just like that. And by heating up your curler, it's actually gonna hold your lashes up more. Don't put it on your eyes when it's still hot. Wave it around. Just get it a little bit warm and then curl your lashes. And you will see a difference in your lashes staying up throughout the day. Okay, I'm taking my mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I just like to fan it out towards my liner. And see how that liner kind of acts like a lash? It's because it just kind of brings up your face. I learned this from a YouTuber I watch. Her name's Lauren Geraldo. If you don't already watch her, go watch her, follow her. I love her. She showed that little trick with your lighter. I'm gonna take this Winky Luxe Universal Brow. I don't know if it's universal exactly. It looks a dark brown, but I use this for pimples and moles. So I like to enhance any mole I have. And for the day, this pimple is gonna be a mole. I think we're done with the face. Okay, we're gonna move on to our lips now. So I have this Sephora Nothing But Nude. Okay, now I'm taking this Buxom gloss. Now, I used to not wear any sort of lip product. I don't like the feeling of it. So my mom always does this and I picked it up. So this is what I do. Take toilet paper, fold it. I'm sure everyone does this. I do this as soon as I put it on because I don't like the feeling of the stickiness. And I just kind of pat it off. And this one gives you that pretty look with a little bit of gloss. Okay, so I think that is it. That is the rest or all of my dewy makeup routine. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you please subscribe to the A-Line Mag YouTube channel. And for now, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, have a great day.